We got CEO Trayle in the building, Big Boss C4. Welcome to VladTV.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling?
I'm cool, actually. How you doing?
Good. I know you just hit 100K on Instagram. How's that feel? It's a big deal.
Nah, it's cool. It feel crazy because, like, you know, I was just listening to a song where I had 34,000 followers.
Dang. When was that? How long ago?
Like a couple months ago. It's probably like 5 months ago.
Crazy.
4 months ago. Yeah, like 4 months ago.
You been putting in the work or what?
That's what I feel like. I've been working my ass off, you know? I feel like it.
I feel you. Well, let's start from the beginning. You were born in the Bronx. Just what was a young CEO like coming up in the Bronx?
It was fun. It was fun. That's it.
I feel like you got some memories.
Yeah, everybody got memories.
Can we get some?
Childhood memories. I don't really be back in my childhood. Like, you know, like I'll stay in the present.
Got you. I mean, you know, Bronx is where hip hop is.
Yeah, my mother was telling me that the other day. She like, you got a lot of family history and you like a lot of good history of like hip hop that not a lot of people know.
Right. What was she saying?
Just shit like what she used to be having going on back in New York, like back in the old days.
Right.
Rich Porter, people like that. Just little infamous stories like, you know, cocaine cowgirl stories, like she'd be telling me shit like that. And I just be listening to her. That's it.
It's crazy because you were living in New York when 9/11 happened in 2001.
Right.
Your mom was working in the Twin Towers, but luckily didn't go to work that day. Can you just bring us back to that day? Because that's crazy.
She wasn't working in there. She had like, it was like some kind of interview or some kind of something. She had to be there, basically. And she couldn't make it. Because I was fucking up in school, so she came to the school. Well, came to my aunt's house and came and got me. And then the public service announcement came on. Shit fell. That shit was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
What'd you get suspended for?
Bad shit. I had to throw a book out the window. That's it. Yeah.
You were over it?
I don't even know what was wrong with me, to be honest. I just used to do bad shit. I threw a book out the window.
How did, I mean, you know, 9/11 was crazy, so how did it feel just being in New York at that time?
I mean, I was really young. So, but I do remember you could smell smoke all the way from where I was in the Bronx. I was in Twin Parks, so you could smell smoke, like you could see that shit in the air all the way from where I was. So that's how I knew it was serious, because everybody was crying and shit. I didn't really know what, like, we was watching the people jump out the windows and shit. And that shit was crazy.
Wow.
And I didn't really even understand what was going on, like, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was being bad, so I wasn't even paying attention. Everybody else paying attention, I wasn't paying attention. But I later realized, yeah, that shit was crazy. Just now that when I even think back and just remember to what I see on the TV and what I see when I go outside, that shit's crazy. Like, that shit was crazy.
That's wild. 2007, you moved to Birmingham, Alabama at age 13?
That's crazy, yeah.
What made you move?
Because I was 13 and I ain't had no say so. My OG made me move. She made me move. New beginnings, new starts.
Right.
You know, same shit happened. That's how I got to Atlanta.
Oh, you were being bad out there?
Nah, it's not even that. It's just like shit. She wanted a new start, a new beginning. So moved to Birmingham. She felt like Birmingham was a little bit slower. Come to Atlanta, because it's the cross between New York and Birmingham. It's like,
Right.
So came to Atlanta, and then by the time we came to Atlanta, I was grown enough to make my own decision. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just stay here. I moved around a lot when I was younger. So I'm just trying to stay in one place, like not even in one place, but just like, I ain't everywhere.
I got you. You were raised primarily in foster care, right? What happened? What happened to your parents?
Just life shit, like, and then me being bad too. So just life shit, and then me being bad is just like a domino effect into some worse shit. And then we ended up staying there for like 4 years. But that shit is a part of me. Like, I love them people, like the foster family.
Did you?
Yeah, the Duncans. Yeah, I love them. One time I ran away from my mother's house to go to their house after I had got out of foster care. Like,
oh wow!
Yeah, that shit was crazy. One time I had ran away from my mom's house and went back like I was still in foster care.
Right.
But yeah,
what made you run away?
I don't even remember. I used to just taking out the trash and shit. I used to just then hate taking out the trash. Something like that. I know it was something like that. It definitely was that. Definitely was that. I didn't want to take the trash out when I was asleep. I got a rude wake up, and then I grabbed the trash bag and I just went outside, and then I just lit the trash can. I was like, I'm finna get on the train. And I got on the train, and I went to Queens. Yeah.
They took you in?
Yeah, they took me in. They told me I had to go home and everything, but they for sure took me in.
How many foster parents did you have by the end?
I only had like one family, and they was married. Like, so yeah, they was the only family I ever lived with. They was married. They still together now. They've been together. Damn near their whole life. They still together. I know they still together. I ain't even gotta ask. I know this shit.
You said you liked it. Did you have a bad experience at all in foster care?
I mean, yeah, like, nah, I ain't just gonna sit here and say I liked it, but it's like I had to adjust. Like, I hated that shit at first. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I first left, I was trying to do everything in my power to get back. I didn't know what to do, but it was like I was young as hell still. But in New York, like, the young kids get a lot of freedom. I was taking the train and the bus to school, so I knew how to get around. So it's like, shit, I was a little bit smarter. But, it played out how it played out. But, yeah, I hated that shit at first. Like, I ain't know them. They ain't know me. I'm like, what the fuck is I'm even doing here? Like, but at the end, it ended up, like, becoming, like, a piece of, like, who I am. Because I learned a whole lot over there. Like, I learned a lot at the house. Like,
what'd you learn?
I learned a lot of, like, I learned how to do a lot of different shit, like, because, like, that was like my first time seeing like a real family. There was like a Cosby kind of like family, like they was on some shit like that. Like they had like, but they was Jamaican and African, so it was like it was the opposite. But I had a foster brother.
Okay.
Like he was older than me, like probably like 4 years, 5 years, something like that. And I had 2 foster sisters. And one was way older than me, and one was younger than me. And then I had my younger sister.
It's a lot of siblings.
Yeah. They They took care of a lot of us. Then they had like started adding on extra kids. By the time they started adding on extra kids, like I hadn't already like went home and shit. But that shit was crazy though. But no, revert back to it. No, fuck that. I ain't like that shit at first. I hated that shit. That shit was the worst experience ever. And then like just to know it was my fault, like just cause I was just being bad. So it's like, damn, like all you had to do was sit down. You wouldn't even be in this situation right now. So
What about music? When did music come into play? Like back then, were there artists that you could like turn to when you were going through it?
music always been like always been a part. Like always been in play. Like I always been good with my words and shit like that. But I started rapping in Birmingham. Like I started in New York. It was the CD player and the 50 Cent mixtapes and shit like that, and Teddy Kiss mixtapes, and you know, just memorizing that shit and just going to school and rapping that shit like that. And then when I got to Birmingham, it was like some people way older than me, they had a studio. So I just went and kind of just watched what they was doing. So by the time I was still 13, 14, and they was like knocking on my door to figure out how to do certain things because I knew how to do it. They didn't.
Really?
I was just watching them, yeah. So ever since I was like 13, I've been recording myself and like shit like that from like all different programs. And then I finally just went to Pro Tools like a couple years ago. But I've been making music my whole life.
Right. You learn just by watching? That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I like fuck with it and teach myself. Might have like most likely watching though. Like most likely watching.
Do you remember the first song you made?
I really don't. I really remember the first song. I do remember the first song I made. It was off of it was like a twister beat or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was that before you went to Chicago?
Nah, this is before I went to Chicago. Yeah. I fuck with twister. Like this like a twister beat. Rapped on this shit. And then my auntie walked in on me. And then like she didn't say nothing. And the song was just playing and I was cursing, but she didn't say nothing. And then she just looked at me and then she just nodded her head and then she walked out. And I was like, all right. And then from that point on, I've been like just making music experiment from like, just like, yeah. I always had a studio in my house. Or makeshift studio.
For sure.
Like lamps and shit like that. Like do-rags and shit like that.
Yeah. Twister raps fast, so were you trying to spit?
I wasn't even rapping like him. I was
Okay.
I just like the beats. So
Right.
I just did like my own thing. I think I was like 13. Yeah.
2011, you moved to Atlanta. What happened then? How was Atlanta?
Atlanta was cool at first until like the new shit wore off. Like you just get to really figuring out how it is. Like you just like learning how to maneuver because like you live it. So it really wasn't nothing too crazy. Just figuring out how to move around.
I know that you were victimized by a home invasion. You were shot 7 times. What exactly happened? What led to that?
I was victimized of a home invasion.
Oh.
Shot 7 times.
Who did it? Like, what was?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's traumatic as hell. So how did you get past that? You were shot in the stomach and the leg?
Yeah, and in my back, but it's like, every day you just do better. That's all. Just keep doing your shit.
Is there any type of trauma from that?
I smoke a lot of weed. Yep, that's it.
I know you started taking perks to deal with the pain. You have a song called Percocet Pain as well.
Right.
Did that lead to any sort of substance abuse?
No, I don't pop perks.
You don't pop perks? Why are you laughing?
Cause like the song Percocet Pain is like, it's just like, if you in pain, you pop a Percocet. So it's like, this is a Percocet for your ears. Like, like that's how I took it. Like, I'm clean.
You never did perks, or you?
Nah, I for sure did perks. But no, I'm clean.
I respect it, because recently, so I went to the screening of Juice WRLD's documentary.
Yeah, R.I.P. Juice.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying, like R.I.P. Juice.
For real. And he did a panel, G Herbo did the panel, and he was saying how whether he was happy, whether he was sad, he would take a perk, So I just wanted to...
Yeah, that shit, it really don't matter how you feeling.
Right.
Like, you just gotta take a perk. Like, you want to. Like, but it's like, it ain't even, like, it's a lot of people doing it, And it's like, that shit's scary because, like, a lot of it is fake now. So you gotta be extra careful. Not only back, like when people just used to regularly OD off taking too many pills or some shit like that. Like now you gotta worry about like ODing off of one pill or for a piece of pill or something.
That's laced
just because it's laced, like, So it's just like the shit even worse now, and then everybody just doing it just to do it. So it's like I don't really want people to like just take perks because they think it's cool. Cause that shit fuck you up at the end of the day. Like, you gotta want to like health is wealth. And y'all want to keep your body together.
I respect that. What about lean? When did you start sipping lean?
I started sipping lean a long time ago. I bought my first pint from Phil. And that shit was like the best pint of my life. It was a pint of Activist. That shit crazy. Like, that shit was like long ass time ago. This shit was like more than 10 years ago though. No, it wasn't. It was like 2013, 2012. Like 2012, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I stopped drinking lean too.
Good for you.
Like on my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bet. Like the top of the year, right?
Yeah. So I'm like however many days clean.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's a lot of other people I done seen like I'm saying like they done quit lean since the new year.
Right.
Like when I see that shit, I be trying to encourage them because I be like, you feel me?
I love that. What made you stop?
Just watching Gunna. Watching Gunna.
What happened with Gunna?
Shit, he just like shit. He worked like a motherfucker, and he drink lean. So it's just like shit. If I'm gonna drink lean, I at least gotta be working how he working, like
For sure.
And he working his ass like the nigga be doing hell shit. So it's just like shit. In order for me to just,
right,
want to I'm just chill because he worked hard as hell. Watching him just made me want to just get my body together because
for sure.
I've been doing drugs for a long time.
Right. How do you feel? I'm like, it's not easy.
Yeah, it ain't. So I keep smoking. Like, but I'm really straight. I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
How'd you meet Gunna?
I met Gunna at a restaurant, actually, and they was in the back of that bitch, and I was eating in that motherfucker.
Where?
It's called Hyde.
Hyde?
Hyde, like HYD.
In LA, right?
No, in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta.
Yeah. And then cause I had already knew Taurus and Booker, so I saw Booker. He introduced me, and then they told me to come to the studio.
Yeah, y'all recorded the first night, right?
It's been stuck ever since.
How was that first night in the studio? Because I know they record crazy.
It was crazy for me. Like, I was nervous.
Were you? That's cute.
Yeah. It was like 50 niggas in the studio. And then Slime just gave me the aux cord.
No way.
And then he just sat down and let me play like 50 songs.
50?
Yeah, I played hella songs that night. I played a lot of songs that night. The first night I played hella songs. Like,
what was the reception?
It was cool though. Like, the reception was cool. And then like, once you get good feedback from Slime, you get good feedback from everybody else.
Are those songs out? The songs you have with Thug?
The song I got with Thug, not out.
You saving it?
I want to do some big shit. So it's like,
right.
Yeah, I want to do some big shit.
I got you. Well, I know Gunna heard Okay Cool and then wanted to hop on it, right? That wasn't from that night. Was it?
What you mean?
That wasn't the night in the studio you were playing all your music? Okay.
That wasn't. I mean, that was the night. I don't even think Gunna was in that.
Oh, okay.
Gunna wasn't even there. It was just Slime. Yeah. It was just Slime and 50 other niggas. And G-Off and everybody else. Like, right. Everybody. And then I was just playing music and everybody was just bobbing their heads and shit. Like, my homie was there, G-Money. He was looking excited as fuck. He recorded a video like of everybody's reaction. And he was excited as motherfucker. But that shit was crazy though.
Right.
That shit was crazy. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I mean, I know you all were in the studio the other night, so talk about just being so close with YSL. Did they ever try to sign you?
I mean, it's an ongoing thing. Like, we got our situation going on. That's what that is. When it's time for the world to find out about our situation, then it'll be time. But it's our situation that we got going on. You know? So.
Damn, like, can you elaborate? So when did he hear Okay Cool? When did Gunna hear Okay Cool?
Gunna heard Okay Cool. I don't know. I think, like, the shit been in the club for a while. Like, so everybody already heard it probably, but it's just like nobody could put the face to the song until they see me. And then once they see me, like, Charles was like, all right. I played probably like 10, 11 songs. And then Charles was like, all right, now play Okay Cool. And I was like, why you want me to play that?
I know, you told me you didn't even like that song.
And he was like, I'm gonna play it. He was like, you gonna play it? Cause it's 50 niggas in here and everybody gonna realize who you is once you play this song. And then I was like, all right. And then I played it. Man, everybody's eyes lit up like, that's you? And then like shit been going crazy ever since then. Everywhere I go, somebody's screaming them fucking lyrics. So it's like, that lets somebody else know it's me. And then that lets other people know it's me because they only know me by the song. So once they know me by the song, they want to take a picture with me or whatever. And then they follow me on Instagram. And then they listen to more music. And then, so when I got off the flight, off the plane here, it was like 6 people.
No
like,
way.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like,
at the airport?
Yeah, they was like
sick.
crowding, like And like the way they walked up, that shit was crazy. Cause like I'm not even like, into all that. So it's just like they looking suspicious to me, to be honest. Like it's one on the plane already when I had already boarded the plane, like it was a dude and he was saying like C4, C4, C4. But it was another dude next and he was sitting with his girlfriend. So I looked at them and then he pointed like, so I looked and the dude was like, hey, you CEO Trayle? And I was like, nah, who is that? And then I turned around and then I put my luggage up. And then I sat down on the plane. We get off, land in LA. So when we land in LA, I was on the phone. I was telling somebody, I'm on the phone and I'm saying, it was this nigga on the plane and he asked me who I am. He asked me was I Trayle? And I told him no, who is that? As I'm saying that, it's another tall nigga walking like through the script, but he looking dead at me. But I'm on the phone, so I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Then I see the same person from the plane. He walking up on me like, bro, I know it's you. Please, can I get a picture, bro? Like, come on, bro, I know it's you. So him and his friends walk up, and then they take their pictures. So as they taking their pictures, I still got my face mask on. I'm trying my best. My truck done pulled up already. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. Like, so it's a fucking white fucking BMW. They speed and pass. But as they speed and pass, the nigga in the passenger seat, he looking me dead in my eyes. Like, I see him like as the car driving past, he looking me dead in my face. So I see the car slowing down.
Oh my gosh.
These niggas park, jump out the car. I don't even know how they found parking that quick. These niggas park, jump out the car, come. He on the phone with this girl. He like, man, baby, I gotta call you back right now. I'm really fanned out. I gotta catch a picture right now. I gotta catch a picture. I'm like, man. So my driver jumped out the car. He thinking all these niggas with me. He like, can you take the picture? Let's go. I'm like, man, ain't none of these niggas with me. Can you hurry up? Get my shit. Let's go. Like, that shit be crazy though. Like, okay, cool, did that shit.
Right. How does it feel to be getting all this attention? Like you said, you weren't about it at first?
I mean, I fuck with it. I'm gonna keep dropping songs, so it really don't even matter. Like, I got a lot of shit on these hard drives and these cell phones, shit like that. 2022, I just got it, shit getting different. So it's just like I just gotta keep up with the pace. But I am the pace. So
a big moment, obviously. Drake DMing you after Rolling Loud.
Yeah, big moment.
Which Rolling Loud was that again?
Miami,
right. Like, Miami. I don't know, I feel like these are blessings, man, coming your way.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I don't think I ever heard that before. Soulja Boy ain't did that.
Yeah. Yo, first rapper. That's funny.
That's the only thing Soulja Boy ain't do. Yeah. Drake not watching Soulja Boy live screen performance at Rolling Loud.
How fire was that performance though?
Huh?
How fire was that performance?
That shit was crazy. That was my first real performance.
Really?
Festival. Yeah. I never really performed before. Like, I did like, I could count on my hands how many clubs I did, like how many shows I did. So
how did you prepare for it?
I didn't. I just put some headphones in when they drove me to the stage. I just put some headphones on and listened to Slime had gave me Dropping Jewels before it had came out.
Oh wow.
So I listened to that before I went to the stage.
Wow. I'm like, Valley ain't prepped you or nothing. Were you nervous for that?
Rolling Loud?
Yeah. It's a lot of people.
Once I walked out, it was just like, you already out here. So it's like, what you gonna do? And I did it. So it was like, it was that shit. Once you do that, like once you do one, I feel like once I did that, I could do a lot of them, any of them, all of them.
What did you say back to Drake in the DM?
I appreciate it. Like, that's crazy that he was even like watching my shit though. Like that's really, really. That's what I said when I saw him in Houston. That's crazy that he was even watching my shit because I ain't even. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga watching my shit, so it's like. And then there's hella people performing at Rolling Loud. He watching my shit, DM me, tell me I'm special. Soon as I get the DM, everybody think he deal me $20 million.
Stop.
Yeah, shit got crazy right after the DM.
Damn.
I get that shit get crazy right after the DM, but everything happened like at a pace how I wanted to happen. So it's still entirely up to me to do what I'm supposed to do. Like it's not up to Drake. It's not up to Gunna. It's not up to Slime. It's entirely up to me to deliver music and shit like that. So it's like that's how I really want it. I really want it to the point where it's like you can't look to nobody else and say like this is because of that. Even though like I don't, we gonna give credit where it's due at all times, but like I want you to be able to say like he did this and then Slime helped him with this and then they did that together and then this, that, third, and then he did this, I just want to be able to always keep growing and shit, like keep elevating, keep doing shit. That's it.
I respect that. What was those conversations? I think y'all were like Dave and Buster's in Houston, right?
Yeah, I think that's what that shit called, Dave and Buster's. Yeah, he ran that shit out. We was smoking in that bitch and everything, though. Like, smoked that bitch out. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, it's hella people inside of Dave and Buster's. He got security all over this bitch. Like, they fucking like blocking the stairway. Like, you can't even get upstairs if you're a nerd. Like, that shit was crazy. So I just walked right past. And I was just looking at them niggas like, yeah. But that shit was like, running into him, that shit was crazy because he kind of like embraced me in front of everybody. So everybody was looking at me like crazy afterwards. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like who the fuck is this nigga Drake? Just, So that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Y'all talk about music together at all?
Yeah. He say anytime I need him.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, he say anytime I need him. That shit still crazy to me.
Right.
That shit still crazy to me.
I know you dressed up as the Dead Presidents with Gunna for Halloween. How was that night in LA?
I was up like fuck that night. That night was crazy. We went to like 8 parties. Right. That shit was crazy. That was my first time ever just really like just partying in LA. Cause I always come out here and like, I don't like clubs and shit. But being that like Halloween, my tape came out Halloween, I was like, fuck it. I might have just come, And then I had fun though. That shit was crazy.
Was there a highlight? Did you fan out?
I can't even remember. Cause like the night was fucking crazy. Like it's like it's pieces of the night on YouTube. Like Turbo do vlogs. Oh, okay. So you'll catch that shit in a little vlog. Like you'll catch like 6-7 minutes of Halloween night. That shit was crazy though. Like we had like hella tour buses, hella black trucks going from place to place. Like everybody dressed up. That shit was crazy.
I know your Instagram photo is DS Forever. I'm like obsessed with the album. What's your favorite song on the album?
Empire.
Oh yeah, you did post it. I've seen it.
That's my favorite song.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's a big cosign to put his album cover as your Instagram photo.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying.
Of course. He did it for me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did it for me.
Wow, that's precious. Damn, because I don't know. What do you get annoyed when people ask you like, "Oh, you part of YSL" type shit?
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's like I don't even understand why they ask still. It's like I don't think if they think I bought these chains, I'm not sure.
Right.
But it's just like I don't know. So I don't know. So
I got you.
I didn't buy these though.
Right.
So,
No, I know it's a gift.
right.
How'd it feel to get them?
Crazy. Yeah.
What was that moment when he gifted it to you?
Oh, we was in the middle of like they was like doing like BET and shit. And then we was outside in the black truck and he called me up and then he gave it to me. And then he's like I had went to Wi-Fi the next day. And then he had already had everything set up and shit, like necklace and shit to pick out, like, cause I had wanted the baguettes.
Oh, okay. Hard.
He already had that shit picked out, Wi-Fi and everything, so that shit was clear. He had that already set it up for me and everything.
That's beautiful. Real quick, can you touch on your 3 alter egos? I know you got.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, no, I really don't even, cause it's like
Big Boss C4 is one, right?
I don't know,
Oh.
cause it's like I don't even know. That shit crazy.
What you mean you don't know?
Like it's just like. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, that shit just, like,
It's just part of you.
yeah, you just gotta just, like, not interview. Like, you'll just have to, like, you know, like, come around. Like, a lot of people want to be around, like the label people and stuff like that. They be trying to, like, they be want to, like, be like, what's up with the alter egos and stuff like that? Like, I can't wait to meet this person.
Oh, wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit be crazy because, like, you don't even, like, they don't understand them, like, real people.
Yeah.
To me.
Right.
To a lot of people.
Can you describe the 3 different ones, though? Oh, you don't like this question?
Because I don't know how to answer it.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's just like, I don't know. It's, you'll get it.
When did you come up with it? What inspired it?
Let me see. It was just the fact that, like, I like putting the dark voice behind my vocals, so it sounds like a different effect. And then, you know, like just the different mindsets you'll have while you making songs or while you maneuvering through your daily life. Just, you know, like that's all it is. Like it's not nothing out of this world. It's just like, you know, they think different.
I got you. You mentioned labels. I know you got a few options. How's that process going for you? You've been independent this whole time, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the process is going. The process has been going for the longest it's been going. The deal got to be right, and if it's right, then I might sign it.
What's the right deal, though?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure the numbers.
I keep telling everybody like the number got to go crazy. Yeah, it got to be so much money that I'm just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like it got to be so much money that I just know off the top of my head I can give everybody some money. Like, you know, like it just got to be so much money, and like they can't have nothing for real. Like no percentages for real. Like so. It gotta be a lot of money to where I'm shaking, like to where my hands, like I don't know what to do. Like I want it to be, it need to be so much money that I'm calling old bitches so I can buy them shit. Like you know, like shit like that. Like I got so much money that I just like I gotta make amends with this bag, so I just give it to her like type shit. That's how I gotta be.
I respect that.
I gotta be able to like. I gotta be able to like buy Gunna a chain.
Right.
You know, like if I sign a deal, like, cause if not, then I might as well just stay independent and then just buy him a chain eventually. So, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like if I do sign a deal, it just gotta be the right situation. I gotta be able to buy all us in here chains, like everybody in here, like
on record. You know? I'm gonna wait for my chain. That's fire.
Nah, for real though, but like that's how I gotta be like, and that's what I be like. I tell that to everybody, like all the artists, like everybody I come in contact with that's younger than me doing other shit. Like I be telling them like, don't sign nothing yet, just drop hella music, like just drop hella music. And like it'll get easier because you'll get paid off the music, and then you'll start understanding it as you get paid off the music. Like right. If it's licensing issues, they holding money back. That means something with the producer, you owe this money or this, that, and the third. It's not your beat. You look it up, get a lawyer. Like it gets simpler. So I just try to stress to everybody like you could be independent, but if the situation right with a label, you go to it. Like if it's coming with all that money, go to it.
How did you learn all the business side of music?
Growing up and down, fucking with people and like letting people like. The thing is with music is like people tell you everything you need to know without telling you. Like so it's like when it come down to contracts and shit like that, like you just gotta have you a lawyer for that. That's the only way you're gonna really be able to beat the system is like have a lawyer and like you gotta have strong negotiating power so you'll be able to fight back because a lot of people would just try to offer you a number like my number started like shit like 160,000. Like people like Scream Cut was trying to give me 160,000 for like they was trying to give me 160,000 for like 5 albums or some shit like that. Like some crazy wild bullshit. Like and I'm like, nigga, what the fuck do I look like? So like it's just like you just gotta keep going. And then like 3 months later they call me back and they like telling me to name a price and put whatever I want. Like they'll give me a check and put whatever I want on it. So you just gotta keep going. Like keep going.
For sure. I was listening to your last tape. I love Doughboy. That's the homie. Talk about
I fuck with Doughboy.
Rockabye Baby, cause y'all talking crazy on there.
Yeah, I really love Doughboy, cause he really pulled up to the video shoot, and he kicked the dough in like he did in the video, just like I did. Like he go crazy. I fuck with Doughboy. His album about to come out. You gotta go crazy and go get that when it drop.
Was that done in the studio?
Huh?
Was that done in the studio, and how did y'all link?
Somebody had sent me. I was in LA. I was out here in LA, and somebody had DM'd me on Twitter, him on Twitter, singing my song. So, you know, I just did the regular, retweeted it, and then once I retweeted it, like, you know, he came and was like, you hard, bro, like, or probably like some shit like that, like, you hard, appreciate it, like, you know, let's do something, let's follow each other. That's how it went. And then, like, soon as I did that, as soon as that shit happened, like, I had got some beats, and then I did the Rockabye Baby, and then I don't know. I heard his voice on it. As soon as I like did the song, as soon as I got done with my verse, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send this. No, what happened? I heard him on it, but then like I didn't know if he was gonna do it or not. Like he sent it back quick. Like he fucked with it. Like heard it on Instagram. Wanted to get on the ASAP. So it's just like shit. 45 minutes. He did that shit in like 45 minutes.
Way.
He did that shit in like 45 minutes, sent it right back. Like the whole process, like as in me sending the song, he was already in the studio, I guess. He pulled that bitch right out. Send that bitch back. And then I listened to it. And then
What was your reaction?
I was turned, but I was like, I was doing something I ain't had no business doing, so I had to get back to, you know. That shit crazy, yeah, but you know, like
Dang, I want to know what's going on in your head.
a whole bunch of shit, but you know, nothing.
I got you. Your name is CEO Trayle. Like, before the music was taking off, how were you getting money?
How was I getting money for?
Your laugh is making me laugh.
Cause like, really, I don't think, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Val gave me some like.
I'm dead.
Val.
You gonna put it on Val?
Val gave me money. Right. I don't.
You ever sell weed or anything? No.
I just nope. I ain't really ever do nothing like.
Y'all hilarious right now.
Nah. I ain't really ever do. Most like this stuff is a movie.
Right.
Like everybody must know that. Like everybody wants you to be gangster until you be gangster, and then they be like, "Why you killed him?" Like you know.
Yeah.
So just like this shit is a movie. So I ain't ever like I smoke weed. Like I ain't ever even touched no weed, coke, nothing like that. Boy, nothing. I don't did nothing like that. I got a son.
Right. I want to touch on that.
Yeah, he big. He 40.
Oh.
Crazy. He be growing like every single day. Like I don't even understand how he grows so big. Like that's crazy.
How did fatherhood change you?
It changed me a lot.
That's beautiful. You literally, you know.
Yeah, it changed me a lot. Like it changed me a lot. I talk about him all the time. He called me all the time too. He just got in trouble in school yesterday.
What? At 4 years old? What'd he do?
Not even in trouble. It's just like everybody was doing I guess they was doing their little tracings and shit like they had to do. Like, you know, they let them trace the alphabet. And he was playing with his pencils and shit. Making beats on the desk. But I used to do the same shit when I was younger. So it's like.
Right. Just real quick, you know, being a father, like, were you ready? Like, you know, just not having a father figure growing up for yourself.
No. I wasn't. But it's like, as soon as I seen them, I was. So. That shit like magic. I be telling people that all the time. Like, I be telling people that shit all the time. Like, you'll know what to do. Like, you strong, nigga. Like, I be telling people that all the time because I just kind of like knew what to do. From since he was like, I seen him at like 4 months, 3 months.
And he loves your music, right?
Yeah, he do.
That's sweet.
Crazy.
We talked about Percocet Pain, but talk about linking with Babyface Ray.
That was hard. Like and then like once he seen my plain Jane, he was like, yeah. He's like, I fuck with you.
How did y'all type in?
Radar and V's and Barrelline.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to all them. That's how we link, like basically. Black and Barrelline.
Yeah. They
knew each other. But no, how we got the song, the Percocet Pain song, Eve, Pro Tools Queen, she mixed the song for me in Turbo in Atlanta a long time ago. And she went to LA to record Ray and then played it for him on the way back from Guitar Center.
What?
And he was like, I gotta get on that. And then she texted me and was like, Ray said he want to do the verse. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, tell him to do it. But I guess she never got around to, she came back. Like, Eve always go ghost. She crazy. Like, she go missing out the blue for like
What?
2-3 months. Like, you won't hear from her, then she'll just pop back up. But, so, she go missing. Boom. I'm like, Happy Halloween C4 coming out. I want to do this shit with Ray. I get in touch with Black, Barrel Line. They put it together. Make sure I knock it out.
It's hard. What other collabs you got in the vault?
To be honest, I got so many fucking songs. Make my hair hurt. I want to drop all of them. I be thinking about that every day. Like, I just go dropping all these songs every hour. Just drop a new song every fucking hour. Every hour, so many fucking songs. It's collabs with everybody. I got some shit on the way though. Like, I be trying to figure out who to collab with. Cause I like a lot of people's music.
What about in LA? Any LA people that you on the West Coast?
The last person I was about to do something with was Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
He was out here. And then, like, R.I.P. Draco.
Right, yo.
I was supposed to do something with Draco.
Damn.
But, like, it was so crazy because I used to always, like, go to sleep or, like, dip off, like, not even on no lame shit. It's just, like, we just had, like, we'll be in the studio and, like, probably I'd catch a little vibe. Like, she'll come and I'll be trying to see what she got going on, and he'll be in the studio recording. Like,
who? Draco?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or he'll be literally recording and he'll go to sleep. So I'm like, I'm not really knowing Draco. Like, this him. He go to sleep. He wake back up, start back recording again. He go to sleep. He sit there for a minute. Like, he's sitting there on the computer because he record himself too. So he'll be asleep on the computer. Shit. He go to sleep. I'm damn near, if I'm not asleep too, because we do the same drugs. Like, if I'm not asleep too, then, you know, like, I'm like, shit, all right, I'm finna go. I'm finna get up out of here.
Yeah.
You know? But, so we never got to finish the song, but.
Damn.
R.I.P. Draco, like.
Yo, what was your reaction when you heard that news? Because just speaking for myself in LA, that day was, like, the saddest fucking news. Like,
I really don't even, like, I just really, like, it was like Dolph again.
right.
So it's like, I just, like, the shit was just, it was just an unfamiliar feeling. Like, the shit was super unfamiliar. Like, just to know, like, people, like, with this large influence, like, they get taken away so easily.
Right.
So it's just really eye-opening for me. Like, that's how I look at it as, like, just gotta, like, nobody untouchable. You just, like, you know, you just gotta try to, like, play it as safe as you can until you can't no more, I guess.
For sure. You move any differently now that you're getting a lot more attention?
Definitely, but it's just like sometimes I forget. Like, a lot of times I forget. Like, I wasn't really fucking with the face mask shit. But then it's like, now, because I'm getting a lot of attention, like, I put the face mask on, but it's like, that shit still don't do nothing. Like, everybody still knows me behind the face mask. So it's like, shit.
Like at the airport?
Wear the ski mask, I don't like it, because it's like, it fuck my hair up, all that kind of shit. Like, I don't like going through all that shit all the time. So I just don't even be wearing that shit, but niggas still know it's me anyways. So it's like, this shit crazy.
Damn, well, what are you excited for this year? I know you got hella music. You gonna drop a project?
I got hella music, but to be honest, I don't even know what I got planned for this year. Like, we already in, like, a month in already.
Right.
Like, I haven't, like, no, don't know. Don't know. Like, it's gonna be a lot of shit. Like, I got a lot of shit to do. Like, there's a lot of projects that I'm gonna just have, like, that I already have open. Like, I'm just trying to complete those projects. So it's like they're gonna come out one after the other, and the pace is gonna be quick, fast. So it's like that's what I'm really working on. Like just hella shit, like songs that need video shot, like shit like that. Like
For sure. You got any goals?
Yeah. I need to make sure like I stay consistent and I don't let like the music business get weird on me.
Right. I feel that.
That's all.
I respect that. Is there anything else you want to let us know?
Nope. Nope.
Damn, well, thank you. Like, for real, I was telling Vlad, I do a lot of interviews, and I think you're special, so. And I'm glad you got Val on your team.
Thank you.
I fuck with Val for sure. But thank you for coming on VladTV. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.